11:32 and welcome back. We're going to now talk with Siphelele Dlamini, founder of BTSA Group. And she's going to talk about youthful leadership. A very good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be here and I cannot wait to dive into today's topic.
We're happy to have you here. Let's start at the beginning. What inspired you to start BTSA Group, and how did the journey begin for you as such a young entrepreneur? And what is the meaning of BTSA?
So, BTSA Group is Business Talk South Africa, and essentially we are a conglomerate, which means we partner with businesses from their inception and then we help them scale. So I don't do it alone. I do have a group of people that I work with, my business partner, Sanele Makoba. And what inspired us to begin, um, I don't I don't know, but then we are led by God most of the time, all of the time essentially. And through prayer and then being in the environment that we are in, we realized that there is a need. A lot of people we work mainly in an entrepreneurship center. It's in Makers Valley in Johannesburg. And there are a lot of people who come in there and they have bright ideas, but with the high unemployment rates and lack of resources, people just have ideas, but they don't necessarily fulfill those ideas by going into business. So we had a marketing agency, which means we have digital marketing services. And essentially, we would initially do marketing for the people, but then we also realized that there's business acumen that might be lacking, financial education that might be lacking in some of those people. So then we decided to then partner with the businesses where we can, we fund them, and then if it's a matter of just equipping them with resources and building an ecosystem essentially where other entrepreneurs in the ecosystem might be at a better place than others, then they can help those that are still developing. We are sharing resources and skills amongst each other to ensure the success of any venture, actually.
So, what is the cost to someone that walks off the street to your center and say, I have this great idea. I don't have the resources, financial and otherwise. Can you help me? You indicated that you can help them with funding. So where does your funding come from? And when you help them start up the business, are they expected to pay back, with the startup costs that you've given them? And how does all of that work?
So we are building a four-tier ecosystem, so people can join at different levels of this ecosystem. Initially, we do have a free consultation. We also do believe in giving back to some people. Other people, we bring them in for a consultation. They sit with our business strategist, and we go through the development process and give them the broader picture of what it looks like to run a business and an enterprise. And some people, they leave at that stage, but then other people who decide to grow with us, we partner with them at different levels. So there isn't a cost to coming into the program. Everything is essentially free. Obviously, through the consultation, we vet your readiness to begin, and then depending on the services that you need, then there is a partnership that we enter into a venture. Yes, into an agreement where either we take between 5% and 25%, depending on the need of that company. So it would be 5% to 25% of profits moving forward. So we begin all of the marketing and everything. If the business is unprofitable, we continue with them until a stage where they become profitable. And then in the organization, we have a reinvestment fund where all the entrepreneurs who are currently in the ecosystem contribute 5%, and then our company also contributes 5% to aid situations where maybe one entrepreneur goes through a difficult financial patch or they need to purchase a technology or a system. So that reinvestment fund, everybody pulls into there, and then we have an accountant that manages obviously how much you can borrow and how much you can take out of there. And then if you ever go through any issues, because we are dealing with people at any level, so another person had an issue with rent. So if you have a personal issue and you cannot continue, and your business is stunted and not making a profit, then we take from that 10% that everybody contributes into. So there's no cost, just to round it up. By now I'm saying a lot of things. There's no cost to entering the ecosystem, and there are different tiers of partnership, but it becomes a partnership, essentially like a venture capitalist firm.
Okay, so starting a business at a young age often comes with a lot of doubts from other people. Did you
Yes.
face skepticism, and how did you overcome it? Because I'm listening to you interacting with me now, and I'm kind of wondering if I go to her with my idea, will it work? She's so young. What life experience has she had? How long did she
Mm.
run a business? Did she succeed? Did she fail? Etc. Etc. And I'm sure all of those questions are being asked by other people as well.
Yes, a lot, a lot. It's every single day is a challenge. Obviously, I am quite young. I'm 26 years old. But like I said, I'm partnered with a group of people. So the experience entirely in the group spans over 15 years. I've been in business for a little over 3 years, but then my business partners have been around for quite a while. And yeah, I think there is skepticism in terms of, obviously I studied biokinetics, and then I decided to venture into business, so it was a bit difficult at home as well to just communicate that, okay guys, this is what I'm doing now, this is what I've seen, and this is where I'm continuing, because I want to make a difference. Yeah, so there's a lot of skepticism even continuing now daily. We obviously have to gain the trust of the entrepreneurs. We believe that we are building a family essentially when we bring a new person into the ecosystem. That's why we have many different systems of support, to make sure that the person that is coming in knows that their idea is firstly theirs. We are here to aid the growth of that idea, and also we are here to understand every single place that you may find yourself. Sorry, failure is susceptible at any stage. I think there will be many levels of failure. We are always getting up and going back up, going back down. So yeah.
What has been some of the biggest challenges you have faced running a BTSA group, and how did you navigate those challenges?
I think the biggest challenge is dealing with new people, managing people essentially, like you have already stated. I am quite young. So I think dealing with different personalities is something that I'm still learning and becoming equipped in as I go. They are interns, and the entrepreneurs are also at different levels of their own personal businesses. So I think people management has been one challenge, but I've been happy to go through that because it's also refining my ability to present myself, and also my ability to understand different people and the situations that they go through. How I'm managing that is I fully rely on God. I pray a lot. I think I pray all the time to ensure that I present myself as best as I can in any environment. And also just being able to touch back and go back to those people. If maybe I had an interaction that was not great, then I go back to the person and apologize, and I try to refine myself. One thing that I have made sure that I understand is that life is a journey of learning. I do not know anything. I am consistently growing and developing, and there will never be a point where I know better than the next person or the next person knows more than me. We are all put together to kind of teach one another. So, yeah, I think the one thing that's kept me going is understanding that I am on a lifelong journey of learning. I think that's what entrepreneurship is, learning. Yes.
We often hear politicians talking about, we know we have a huge unemployment rate in the country,
Mm,
and we often hear political figures, politicians, etc., talking about the only way that we can overcome this employment hurdle or unemployment hurdle is through entrepreneurship. But that also means that lots of young people then would want to start businesses, but feel very held back by fear of lack of resources, trust
mhm.
from other people, perhaps like yourselves, and trust from suppliers. What advice would you give these young people, knowing that they have absolutely no startup costs at all, startup capital to start up the business?
I think that is a common misconception that you need money. I think that's the first thing that we always have to deal with when we're beginning with a new entrepreneur. I can just give a case study example. We met with somebody who has a logistics company, and they had been previously employed, and they were bridging from employment into entrepreneurship, and they are thinking about all of the bigger costs, like I need a warehouse, I need a vehicle, and all of those things. But I think the one thing that stunts us from beginning is assuming the heavier cost, not understanding that our government in itself in Johannesburg, there are many funding opportunities. That's one of the legs that we have in our company is that we do consistent looking for funding for the different businesses at the scale that they are at. So we have a division of the company that will look for the finances, but then also we have to understand that not everything requires money. If you always think about all of the financial implications, then you'll stunt yourself from beginning. Where you begin is understanding the vision and the dream that you have, and then beginning with the people that are around you and trying to see how to work. Brand equity is one of the most essential things that you can build for yourself as an entrepreneur. And build your brand and sell that brand well. Refine it with your family, with your friends, so that when you get to a place where you are selling to people outside of your immediate circle, then you are more refined. So begin, always begin, never feel the need to. Don't become overwhelmed by the state of the country. I think that's the one thing that we are all looking at. Yes, unemployment is very high. The economy doesn't look that positive. But what I have learned is that if you continue to begin and find the right people, then what you need will already be there. It is available. The resources are available, but you just need to partner with the right people.
Okay, let's go for an ad break. When we come back, we can talk some more about this amazing venture of yours, Business Talk South Africa. And of course, I think the key message here today will be that there is hope and young people can find avenues to start up. So all of that and more after the break.
Thank you.
Banks of the Crocodile River bordering the Kruger National Park. As a guest at Buckler's Africa Lodge, one can enjoy an amazing sunrise or sunset on our spacious deck area while you catch a glimpse of some wildlife sightings along the Crocodile River. The sounds of the African savannah will greet you whilst you enjoy your morning coffee. Buckler's Africa Lodge by Tingana Collection. Buckler's Africa Lodge is ideally situated only 6 kilometers from the Crocodile Bridge Gate in the Kruger National Park. Catering for all travelers with variety, we have 4 types of the finest rooms: superior rooms, deluxe suites, and 2-bedroomed family units. Each room is equipped with the finest amenities to make your stay unforgettable. Guests can choose between the self-catering option or book their accommodation with breakfast and dinner included. Buckler's Africa Lodge is your ideal location for the ultimate Kruger getaway experience. We specialize in exhilarating and educational game drives in Kruger, tailor-made to suit your family. Inquire about our various accommodation offerings and other activities. Visit www.tingana.co.za for more information. Buckler's Africa Lodge by Tingana Collection. Experience the pulse of Africa with us.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
World-class financial services only at Sapphire Global, your financial partner. If you are looking for Islamic, Sharia, and ethical financial products, look no further. Sapphire Global offers a wide range of financial service offerings from short-term to life and investments. A full-service center with all financial requirements under one brand. Our highly skilled and experienced consultants are ready to help protect your financial future. Contact us on 041 001 0184 or visit our website on www.sapphireglobalfs.com. Sapphire Global is an authorized financial services provider.
Kids these days are smart, and when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether you're cooking, frying, or baking, you get the great tasting results that'll get their attention faster than the latest app. And if that doesn't work, change the Wi-Fi password. Sunfoil. Now we're cooking.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Welcome back. It is 11:47. We are talking with Siphelele Dlamini, founder of BTSA Group, and we are talking, I guess, opportunities. But what does it what does a typical day look like for you, juggling leadership, operations, and strategy across all of your ventures? And currently, how many ventures are you sitting with?
So currently we have 6 live ventures. Okay, I don't know if I should name them. Please go on the website. I think you guys will see them there on the first page. And what does a typical day look like? We have on board 8 staff in office that do the different things. So essentially, my responsibility is to set the tone for the day, do all of the tasks, and then continue to review the work as it goes. Essentially, most of the work is around marketing. So we are creating content, we are doing market research, we are doing development, and then the business development team, they are also then looking at opportunities for each entity. So a typical day looks like a lot of coffee, a lot of research, a lot of learning, and a lot of interaction with different people. What we do is that we have interns that come into our company, and then on Tuesdays, we between 9 a.m. to 1, we have classes just to make sure that they are also at their best level in terms of equipping them with knowledge and the right tools to be able to function. So a lot of
Talk to
coffee, that's what I can say.
All right. Talk to us about key milestones, key moments that made you realize this is in fact working.
Key milestones. I guess this interview is one of them. Thank you. But then
Thank you.
Another one is when we develop a new system. So we are very much trying to get ahead of AI and technology. So we have a tech guy, and he's consistently working on new systems. The one milestone that we reached this year is that we developed a fully functional CRM system and messaging board that helps us communicate with the other entrepreneurs in our circle and also hand out the tasks. Another key milestone is every single time somebody says, "Hey, I've seen your work and I want to work with you." So every single opportunity to speak to a new entrepreneur, I think that's a milestone. And then also just seeing the impact and the change around the community where we are. So like I did mention at the beginning, we are working in an entrepreneurship hub, which means a lot of people there are coming. They sit at their laptops and they are doing their work. But I think a key position and a change is that we've seen them become more interactive, more, because some people can come and pretend to work and pretend to be working and motivated. But I think since this last 2 or 3 months, I'm seeing people actually do the work, actually be driven, actually have intentionality when it comes to their businesses. And that's really been beautiful on my end.
Mentorship is critical in your situation, in the business that you're running.
Yes.
Did you have any mentors or support systems that help shape your future and your journey?
Yes, in terms of mentorship, I do have a few teachers in my industry. Obviously, I go to a few people, my business partners as well, because they have more experience than I do. So essentially, daily, we have just a relook at what are you doing, and also just drawing inspiration from other people that I have seen. Other people in the ecosystem as well have had their businesses for well over 15 to 20 years, and they are now partnering with us now to expand the reach of their business. But because of their experience, then I take a position of being a learner again, and I go to them in terms of branding. There's a brilliant guy that recently joined us. His name is Peto Musia, and he's been a brand strategist for over 15 years. So in terms of branding and color and all of those small details, I am learning from him. But my one mentor all the time, like I'm going to bring it back, is praying and being with God, because I am fully dependent on that relationship. My relationship with God is what is essentially driving me and keeps me going daily. Because there are a lot of ups and downs in entrepreneurship. Sometimes the finances don't look that great. Sometimes they are high highs. So I need to learn how to steward and manage whatever it is that I'm going through. So I fully rely on God for that part. Thank you.
Okay, so let's wrap up with our last question and the all-important question, where to from here for you, Siphelele Dlamini, and of course, BTSA Group?
Where to from here? I think we began the year not knowing how many businesses we would take on, and we have now 6 businesses, as I've mentioned. Now I have the confidence to ask for more, so maybe 10 at the end of this year. And where to for myself? I just see growth and impact. Obviously, I want to stand out as a thought leader, even in my own capacity. So I am learning and growing, and also growing my own personal platform. When you are building a business, it's very easy to be closely associated with the brand of that business and not single yourself out as an individual. So I am looking also to do that for myself, and grow my personal brand as a thought leader. Yes, thank you.
Well, lovely talking to you, and you go, girl, as they say, and God bless. Wonderful
Thank
talking
you
to
so
you.
much, Julie. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
And you. Bye-bye. That is 11, it's 11:53, and that, of course, was the dynamic Siphelele Dlamini, founder of the BTSA Group. And gosh, what an achiever. And that just goes to show that if you believe enough in yourself, if you truly believe, you can achieve anything you dream about. It's really up to you. It's up to your energy levels, your belief system, and the fact that you can tell yourself this is going to work. Let's move on then. It's 11:54. Once again, we'll take an ad break, and then we will be talking next with Ahmed Mutala, CEO, Enterprise Mobility.